What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Easy3 back at it again with a new video. And today I have for you something different. We're going to be taking a little break from opening some sports cards, mainly because they're getting really expensive. But in less than a week, World Cup 2022 Qatar will be here. And of course, we're on the lookout for some rookies. Some cards we can flip now, some cards we can buy and hopefully hold for a long time. So I'm going to come at you with my top 3 rookie cards to look for in this World Cup. 3 players that are rookies in this World Cup. We all know Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Pulisic. We all know those cards are already going to be high. So keep an eye on those too. If you guys want to invest in some long-term investments there, or if you like how I'd like to do in baseball and play for the rookies, these are going to be the top 3 young rookies as their first World Cup that they're in, and I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to look at their base cards, their base rookie cards. Most of them are around 2018, 2019. Give you a little hint, and we're gonna look at what you can buy it for now, and keep an eye on them because they should make an impact for their squad, even though they are young. These 3 already are making an impact alone just in their club level teams, and some of them already have been making an impact on their national team. But like I said, top 3 rookie cards to look out for. So, like always, don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, and share this with your sports card loving friends. And also, at the end of it, let me know how I did. Let me know if the top 3 you agree with. If not, hey, like I said, just my opinion. These are just 3 guys I'm going to be looking for. Let me know your top 3 or your top 5, because there was a top 5. It was kind of hard to get this down to a top 3, but I was able to do it. So, with that, let's jump on in. And starting off our list at number 3, it's going to be the Englishman, Phil Foden. Now, Phil Foden made his Premiership debut in 2016 at just the age of 17 for Manchester City. This young midfielder already has an impressive resume, being the second youngest Englishman to start a Champions League match, a feat only beat by his countryman Jude Bellingham back in October. But Phil has been a pivotal asset for the Blues this season in the Premier League. With just 14 appearances, he has 7 goals, and he's the second top scorer for the team, behind none other than the young phenom Erling Haaland. That's a big company to fill with. And of course, he's not going to beat him out, but he's still young and he's still there. Unlike his star teammate, though, Phil will be in Qatar this week as number 7 England open the tournament against Iran. And of course, let's get into the stats of it. Phil Foden, everybody. We're looking at his 2018 Donruss card. It's his true rookie card there. We have his base card over here in the dark blue and his optic rookie card in the teal. And of course, we have a special card down here we'll talk about just a little later. So far, from a 365 point of view here, from the beginning of the year, you could have got his optic, which sold for the highest so far was 225. And look at his base. His base sold for 66. But if you follow the chart here, this chart again brought to you by Market Movers from Sports Card Investor, you can see his chart here. The base card has they've been on the decline a little bit, as well as his optic, which is perfect for us. We love when cards are on decline. But the last time an optic was sold was 98.33, and that was around August. It was the last time we were able to count it. And the base has been selling all the way up into, let's see, the 13th of this month for $41, down 37.9%. The last optic down 56.3%. So as you can see here, the base card, current price right now, we're getting about $41 there. That population though is right there, 1,128 cards as a PSA 10. We're gonna go off PSA. I know I'm an SGC fan, but the more market data pulling up is PSA, so we'll go off PSA for that. The optic though has just a base population of 557 for a PSA 10. So expect these optics to go up in value. These cards, this player, he will make an impact for England, and he will show this in this tournament. Like I said, unlike Haaland, he is in the tournament. All right, so we looked at the base and the optic version, right? Of course, there are other cards out there. You will see the other parallels going for more. This is just something we can start at. The way I can tell you, we'll look at this and we'll count after World Cup. We'll see how the chart moves. We'll see how his cards do, but I expect a lot of soccer cards to go up, of course, once this World Cup starts. That's when I'm playing my cards in, and that's when I'm going to start seeing People like Phil Foden go up. But if you look at this little gold dot right here, all of a sudden you see the charts when I turn it off. See the charts come up and then the charts go down. That's because this green optic out of 5 sold this BGS 9 for around $8,500. I'm being told it's around $6,500 because it was one of those fixed price. I couldn't find it in eBay's last sold listing, but it was recorded at around $6,500 to $8,500. That is his highest selling card so far. I expect that to be beat this World Cup as he shows with his skill, and we're going to start seeing more of these soccer cards come out because, of course, everybody likes to make their money. They're going to come out with these cards. I expect 8,500 to be beat if England can advance to at least the Elite 8 and Phil Foden has a way forward. I have a lot of faith in Phil Foden. He is tearing it up in the Premier League, but that's my number 3 pick. Coming in at number 2, Pedro Gonzalez Lopez, better known as Pedri. This 19-year-old central midfielder is currently playing in La Liga for none other than Barcelona. He's been compared to one of Spain's greatest midfielders, Andres Iniesta. What a name to be compared to at just 19. And at just 19, he's also set up to make an impact for his country as he's going to be representing Spain this year in the World Cup. In this season alone for Barca, he has 14 appearances and 3 goals. This is the 3rd top scorer for the club behind the likes of Robert Lewandowski, who currently leads La Liga, and Ousmane Dembele. This is an impressive feat for anybody, and especially someone who's not even out of his teens yet. We get to see how much of an impact Pedri is going to have as he looks for his first international goal with Spain, and they open up the World Cup against Costa Rica on the 23rd. Now let's get into his cards. Now Market Movers does not have the data for his Donruss optics, so we're going to switch on over to Topps Chrome UEFA Champions League. So his 2020 rookie card, Pedri, we're looking at a PSA 10 of the Topps Chrome UEFA Champions League Refractor. As you can see, a low population of 152. And we're going to take a look at the 2020 Topps Chrome UEFA Champions League base. This has a low population of 139. Also, there's a card at the end. I'm going to show you his highest one, of course. So, taking it back to the beginning of the year, the Refractor and a PSA 10 had a sale of 237. So right here around the 240 line. And as you can see, as we got throughout the year, we climbed up to 317. Whereas the base card started off the year with around 126. Don't forget PSA 10s, and it's kind of been doing a little loop-de-loop. But I think 133 is the highest that we've seen. It's been dropping off now. Closer to the World Cup, the last known sale has been 28.88, and the Refractor has sold for 81. So once again, kind of seeing where the market's been dipping, and that market has been dipping since the beginning of the year for all sports. But pre-World Cup, now's your time to get it. The Refractor of their Topps Chrome UEFA. As you can see here, he even bounced back up in September to 260. But as you can tell, the average mark here, it's been on the decline. I expect these to go up. I expect that Topps Chrome Refractor and a PSA 10 to break that 320 mark, as long as Spain is able to make it to the top 4. I can see this card going over $500. With that, though, his highest selling card to date, I have to go over to 130point.com. Shout out to them. It's going to be the 2020 Topps Chrome UEFA Champions League Sapphire Purple rookie card, 11 out of 25, PSA 10. It was on sale for $11.99. It got sold on the 22nd of October for a whopping $8,500 on a rookie who hasn't even scored a goal for Spain yet. This is what I'm talking about. This guy is going to be filling some big shoes, especially, like I said, being compared to Iniesta. I could see Pedri's cards going for more. This card alone right here, whoever bought this, bought it at a good time, October time frame, right before the World Cup. This could hit 12,000 depending on what Spain does, and I have high hopes for Pedri. He did beat out his compatriot, I guess, in Yavi, but Pedri is the one I'm going to say is going to be number 2. Let's get into the number 1. And making its way up to number 1, the top of the list, Benicio Jose Payax de Oliveira Jr., aka Benicio Jr. The 22-year-old winger has been a star for La Liga's Real Madrid. Most notably was his Champions League goal in the finals to help Real beat Liverpool 1-0. Currently for Real Madrid, he has 14 appearances and he has scored in 6 of those appearances. He's tied for first in scoring for the team with Federico Valverde. He has 1 goal this year for his country in just 7 appearances, and he looks to make an impact on an already stacked Brazil team. Brazil is so overpowered and stacked right now, but I have high hopes that Vini Jr. is going to have a big impact on the team, as number 1 Brazil is going to face off against Serbia in the opening matches. Let's take a look at how his cards are doing and what we can expect. Alright, so we found his Donruss base in a PSA 10 and his Donruss Optic Holo in a PSA 10. So for the base, you have a population of 759 cards, whereas the Holo only has a population of 35. So we're going to look at these cards one by one because the Holo has not seen a lot of action. So within the last 365 days, you can see his base card has been up, unlike the other 2, and that is because of the UEFA Champions games. You can guarantee his cards have been on that increase. As you can see here, we started off with this base card in PSA 10 selling for $61. It looked like it hit a high of $182, and most recently, about a couple days ago, it hit $95. You can see it's been taking its toll. It's going up, going down. Somebody over here got lucky for $40. I think that's a big buy there. Now, taking a look at the optic, as you can see, you have this little slot here of data, and we're gonna zoom in on it some. And this is from last year, January 13, 2021. The 2018 Holo sold for $332. At its peak was its last sale, January 22nd of this year, for $1,100. That's been on an incline. People have been holding this card. Obviously, the second biggest sale right here at $1,000, so just $100 more. And it looks like right before then, it also sold for about the same amount. Took a dip here at $6.99, but this last time it sold was in January due to market movers. This is what they're saying. But as you can tell, on the up and up. Expect these cards to go through the roof. Brazil is a heavy favorite. Of course, the squad stack. Vini Jr. is going to have to come through and show what this winger is all about. I guarantee you he gets at least 3 to 4 goals, and you're going to see this Brazilian team make it to the semifinals at least. And his cards are going to go through the roof. Expect more holos. But, per usual, we're going to find his on 130 point. The biggest sale so far was his 2018, his Donruss Optic, and a Black Velocity 10 out of 25, a PSA 9, sold for $7,500 on the 2nd of September. Boy, what a big sale for a young up-and-coming star. You can expect those velocities and those anything that's graded in a 10, you can expect those going up at least $10,000 to $20,000. We shall see what he can do in this World Cup. I'm really excited to see what Brazil does. Of course, I'm excited to see what Christian Pulisic in USA does, but that's going to round it out for my top 3 players to look for in their rookie cards for this World Cup. Like I said, this is just my opinion, just from my data that I've pulled. These top 3 guys I would be looking for, trying to get them before the World Cup starts. That way I can get them at the bottom, especially those first 2. They're really at the bottom right now. And then we'll see how they go up from there. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the list and who you think should be up there. I know we have Pulisic and we have Ronaldo and we have everybody else, but 3 stars to look forward to. Hopefully you guys enjoy the tournament. We shall see how it turns out. Other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.